Isn't Donald J. Trump adorable? Here we are deep into the shutdown. What's probably going to become the longest shutdown in the history of this country. And he's still operating out of his 19th century playbook for girls. Because that's what Donald Trump thinks of little girls. He thinks they're just little bubble heads. These little chocolate creams he can just pop into his mouth and chew on. And he doesn't think that little girls grow up. He sees the saggy boobs, the saggy butts, and the wrinkles, but he doesn't realize that little girls grow up to be women. They grow wiser, stronger, tougher, tough as nails. Look at Nancy Pelosi. I'm sure when she took up the speaker's gavel, making history twice, something John Boehner and Paul Ryan never will do. Donald J. Trump probably thought, a girl is running the House of Representatives? This is going to be even easier than the last 2 years were. Au contraire. What's funny about it is this whole snafu played out across the national stage for anybody who was paying attention, and he clearly wasn't, to Seth Moulton. Know that name? Congressman from the Massachusetts 6th, working on his third term in the House of Representatives. This former Marine decided he wanted to be Speaker. So he mounted a little rebellion against Nancy Pelosi, and she went to work, and she picked off all of his allies one by one, buying them off ruthlessly like she does. Never mess with the tigress when she wants something. I just say, get out of her way. He didn't. And now, his opponents are mounting a primary challenger. So here he is. He thought he was going to be Speaker of the House in a few months, and instead he'll be lucky to hold on his seat after 18 months. What happened? Did the chair of the Salem, Massachusetts Democrats, or the vice chair of the Salem Democrats, board the Acela Express down to D.C. to sit and have a cup of coffee with Nancy and say, I think it's time to have a less misogynist voice in the Massachusetts thing. What do you think, Mrs. Speaker? And she said, I'm listening. Anyway, Donald J. Trump is finding out the same thing, because here we are in the shutdown. Nancy is laying plans to send bill after bill after bill funding each separate agency that has been robbed of its cash during this shutdown, forcing Mitch to explain to the world why, for example, Homeland Security shouldn't have any money when the president says there's this crisis and the Salvadorans are invading the southern border. Yes, the bitch is back, and Donald J. Trump's testicles are receding.